have electricity. Producing and using electricity does use up to 25% of climate change. So we should really start reducing the amount of electricity that we produce and use. And now finally, we have things like deforestation and melting glaciers. All of these cause about the final 13% of climate change, which in the end does stuff like heating up Earth. So what this does is that whenever you're cutting down trees or melting glaciers, these have carbon dioxide that's trapped inside them. So when you cut down trees or melt glaciers, all this carbon dioxide is being let out back into the Earth, and which in turn is causing more climate change. Thank you. Now I'm passing it over to Krishna.
So now I'll be telling a few ways on how to prevent climate change. So the first way is to eat more veggies, meaning we should have a biodegradable life. Like us eating these junk foods and burgers, pizzas, all these can create a lot of causes of climate change. So next one is to save energy. Like when you're at your house, you have your AC, TV, fan, all of these electronics on. So you guys can try to avoid that step by step. So like reduce the usage of TV and AC. So the next point is to reduce, reuse and recycle. So these are like mostly known as the 3 R's. So like you have to recycle stuff when it gets old also. Like don't just throw it away, you have to recycle it. So next point is to stop pollution. So when you're going out, like you take your bikes and cars, right? So these bikes and cars create pollution, the fog that comes out. So the fog causes a lot of heat and it creates climate change. So the best way is to cycle or walk or even take public transport. So these were just 4 ways to prevent climate change.
Now that we know what climate change is, how to prevent it and what are the causes, we have to know what to do as children. As children, all we can do, we shouldn't just sit and watch. Adults are the one who run pollution, etc., just for our well-being. The most we can do, or the least we can do, is to stop throwing away our clothes and asking for new clothes once a month, and having a biodegradable diet like Krishika said. We should eat the veggies our parents give because, for example, the packets of, for example, you're eating chips, right? Lays, etc. Those include plastic. We get those containers from plastic. When we eat those, the plastic that we use is either thrown away or recycled. Recycling is the least you can do to help our planet. We are the last generation that has a chance to stop climate change before it's too late. This has been said by Leonardo DiCaprio. So now let's have a short quiz. Okay, so does anyone have doubts till now? So I can ask the quiz? No one. So Jenny, can you suggest any 2 ways to prevent climate change?
Like 3 R's, reuse, recycle and reduce. And then don't use vehicles, use bicycles and walk. Yeah.
Okay. So your answers are completely correct. There are multiple more, but the 2 you have stated are correct. So then we have list out 2 factors on what causes climate change. Pravasha, please.
The pollution, like burning fossil fuels causes climate change, and also vehicles, like when they move, like it causes carbon dioxide to come out and they can damage the climate.
So by factors, we can consider pollution and electricity. What you said is also correct. And now, what is climate change? The big question.
So climate change is like a shift in the temperature when the temperature changes.
Okay. So your answer is correct, but if someone asks you on how to describe climate change or what your opinion
Pranav was in charge for drawing, chart book, which is writing, and he gave a lot of ideas to execute in the chart. So next is Sajid. Sajid